Hi everyone, it's Nick here from the RV Specialist, and the video I've got for you guys today is a comparison between the Sargent EM40 fuse box and an updated revision by Apuljack Electronics that is a straight factory fit replacement for these Sargent fuse boxes that are renowned now to burn out, and when they do burn out, you lose charging to your habitation batteries or your house batteries, and also the ability to power your fridge on 12 volt from your vehicle. So we might just start by talking about the updates that Apuljack have come up with. And as you can see, it's pretty evident that the Apuljack unit is a quite robust and updated unit. As you can see, they use these Wago connectors. These connectors are rated to 60 amps. In comparison, the Sargent EM40's plugs are rated to 20 amps, but I've been told only about 16, and this would kind of ring true because the fusing behind these plugs is a 20 amp fuse, and what we're finding is these plugs are burning out before the fuse is affected or blown. So that would show that the plugs just aren't handling the current. They're not even making it to 20 amps or spiking over 20 amps to blow the fuse. So you can see the work that Apuljack have done. They not only have upgraded these connectors, and the connectors they've upgraded are the vehicle battery in and the fridge connectors. And these are the ones that are causing the problems. Not just that, they've also updated all the tracking on the board. So all the tracing and all the tracking on the board has been updated as well, as you can see there. So the telltale signs that you have a problem with your EM40, or one of the telltale signs, is on your control panel. You might have a touchscreen control panel or an old school control panel. Customers or owners will say to me, I've got a low vehicle battery reading, but my vehicle starts fine. So what happens is when these connectors, when the vehicle battery in connector burns out, it interferes with that current reading. So I'll have customers say to me, oh look, my vehicle battery is reading 11 volts or into the 10s, but it's still starting. And I'll direct them straight to the EM40 fuse panel and say, check the vehicle battery in plug. So when they're around about the 11 volts or 10 volts, we find that this plug here has started to burn out. If you have a situation where you're reading around 4 or 5 volts, I can pretty much guarantee that the plug is completely burnt out already. So that's just a telltale sign to anyone who is having that kind of issue with their AutoTrail, that there could be a problem with the EM40. What traditionally happens is there's a fair bit of current going through these boards. You have your vehicle battery coming in from your alternator or your start battery. You also have current coming in for your fridge. So on long trips where, especially in Australia, or it's not just Australia, they're having problems in the UK as well, major burnouts. But there's a lot of load on these plugs, and they're just getting too hot and just can't handle it. So you can see, obviously, when you've got these kind of plugs, you're just never going to have an issue with any kind of burnouts on that Apuljack, those Apuljack connectors. And you can see the extent they've had to go to, and they've probably gone overboard with it, to be fair, but you're just not going to have any of these kind of problems. And usually you'll have a problem when you're on the road. You're driving extended distances, you've got your 12 volt fridge running, and these boards burn out, and people are left high and dry. They're on their trip, they've lost the capacity to charge their vehicle, their habitation batteries, and they've also lost the capacity to be running their fridge while they're traveling. So first of all, what we usually find is this vehicle battery in plug burns out. This is traditionally the plug that burns out more frequently. Then we have the green plug that does burn out from time to time. When these plugs do burn out, it can either just burn the plug out and mark the bottom of this socket, but if this socket is completely fused together, which a lot of them happen on a decent burnout, the EM40 is a throwaway. So then you have to replace the EM40 with another EM40 until the Apuljack unit's been designed and come about. So these Apuljack units are a fantastic unit. They're virtually plug and play. Someone with very limited handyman skills can fit these units. If you're not confident of doing that yourself, an auto electrician, it would take an auto electrician less than half an hour to fit one of these boards. And what we're finding is a lot of owners, even if they haven't had burnouts, they're replacing these boards just for peace of mind. They're doing long extended trips. They're going around Australia or large trips, and they just don't want to be let down. And this is one of the Achilles heels with the AutoTrail, is this EM40 fuse panel. So look, if anyone has any questions or they want to purchase these boards, they can find these boards for sale on my website, or contact me through my website or Facebook, and we can get one of these units out to you. I think they're a great product, hence why I've been dealing with Apuljack, because I could see the need for these fuse panels with the AutoTrails, and you can bypass the EM40s, but to be perfectly honest, you've got a factory fitting board that is more than ample and does the job, and I just find that it's a neat little unit and it can be replaced quickly and easily, and will do the job for years to come. So thanks for listening, everyone, and I hope this has been informative to you.